Hello, I am Mal, and I'm back with my friend IDED. What's up, bud?
How's it going, buddy?
Well, I have to say, so far, our Master of Orion cooperative experience is going really well. So, let's catch people up. So first off, we've made contact with both the Sakra and the Marchand Pride. We pretty much have the Marchand Pride locked down, or we will. Now, it looks like they're... Oh, okay, now we've got an interesting thing going on over here. So that system Chiba... you see that they're building. They've got a. I don't know if you can see this on your screen.
Yeah.
They're building defenses right now on that warp point to hold it.
Oh, see, I can't see that. So that's very good intel to have. So they're actually looking to defend that world then.
Yeah, they're looking to fortify there, which is fine. We'll just fortify Ryla.
Yeah. Okay.
On the other side of
Sounds
the
like a plan
wormhole.
and a half.
Or we could get aggressive. And we could go attack that space factory right now and destroy it, which
before it gets done.
I'm tempted to do that.
Fortunately, my frigate's currently in transit to Kita, which is the one just above, and that's going to take 2 turns to get there, and it will take me then 3 turns to get back, so it won't be 5 turns until I can start to even move towards that warp point.
Can't you just issue the command for him to turn around? Oh, we don't have that tech yet. Try.
No, it says it will take 5 turns, because I've got to go there and then come back.
We don't have hyperwave telecommunications, so we can't do it when they're in a warp. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and go destroy that.
Yeah? Alrighty then.
If you're okay with me being that aggressive, I think I'm going to.
No, I'm good with it. Obviously, you got to remember, I'm going to take a little while to catch up military-wise. Obviously, I've not got any military production going on as we speak. So
I don't either. I only have that spare frigate because I got lucky.
Yeah.
Let's see. Are you all set? You're on the next turn?
Yep, I'll process that now.
Okay, I'm going to use the wormhole and jump this scout. Yeah, now I'm over here. Okay. Well, since you've got this other stuff explored, I'm going to send my scout further out. I just jumped to the wormhole near you.
Okay. Yeah, I've explored both connection points at the moment. What's going on? I have to... Yeah, I don't know. I might set one of my scouts just onto auto explore at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
When it's furthest out.
So here I go. I'm headed towards them. Then I'm going to secure the warp point with the other frigate.
Okay, sounds like a plan. They're going towards the wormhole now. One of their scouts is anyway.
Oh, that's fine. I don't care what they do with their scout, really, at this point.
That's cool. Ooh, I need to choose research. Finally, Xenodiplomacy is done, sir. It is done.
Oh, it is? Okay. I think what they built... I'm pretty sure what they built was a listening post. It's not even defenses.
Oh.
So,
So come on then, educate me, sir. So what are the advantages of a listening post?
That gives them greater detection range, so they can see what's going on. They know what we're doing. However, if it is a listening post, which I think that's what it is, it's not going to help them defend anything. So, let's see. Actually, you know what? I'll leave that guy on guard. I'll go check it out with my frigate. They may attack me. We'll see. But if they don't attack me, it looks like they've got a colony ship hanging around in there too. Oh, that'd be awesome if I could destroy that.
Okay, so the question is, I've now got my next colony ship. The question is where to put it. Do I go for Kita, which is the one just south of the wormhole? Or do I go for Imra, which is the one just northeast of the wormhole?
Does Imra have a decent world in it?
Imra has one, which is a large swamp. Poor for minerals, though, unfortunately, but it does have special of gem.
That's pretty good. Or what about the one with 4 worlds? Aquila.
Oh yeah, that's the one that has the artifacts and stuff. So I don't know if that's maybe I should go for that first. So I wasn't sure how about securing that wormhole. Then again, I suppose if the only connection points are these 2.
Yeah, then it doesn't matter. Go for that world.
Okay then.
Yeah, because you need the research badly. Now we should talk to each other then in game actually.
Oh yeah, very sensible option.
So let me see. Let's go over to diplomacy, and here we go. I'm gonna request an audience with you.
Okay, and does that come up on my screen? I'm assuming.
It should under diplomacy.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I have to go in and click it as well, apparently.
Okay, so then let's share charts and let's establish an embassy on both sides as a starter.
Both share charts and establish embassy, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, and that's sent.
It's not updating on my side.
Ooh. We have to finish our turn to get this out. Oh, there we go. Player Mal sends a deal. I shall accept that deal.
There we go. And then next turn. And then we should get access, once we have the embassies established, should be able to do an audience again and do some actual, like, real deals, like trade agreements and stuff.
Hopefully my offer to you should come through, because it's shared my charts with you, but I haven't got any charts in return.
I'm on the next turn waiting. I think it's got a process.
Alright. Alright, oh, fair enough. Oh, so mine came through during my turn. Sorry, I didn't realize you were in the waiting stage.
Okay, so now I go back, seek an audience with you again, and a trade treaty.
I propose. Alright.
No, you're basically agreeing the proposal I send you.
Oh so, no, I sent one as well then to do charts on both. That's cool.
Okay, so now I sent you non-aggression treaty, I sent you a trade treaty, and a research treaty.
Ah, yeah, and this time it's showing it up on both sides. Last time it only came up with me giving you stuff. Accept. Cool.
Okay, so now if we go to diplomacy, let's see. We go to audience again, negotiation. Let's go ahead and do open borders. That way we don't have to worry about having our ships on guard.
Okay.
And then I don't think we have. Let me check. I don't think it'll let us do alliance yet. I think that's another tech. But let's see. Maybe it will. Negotiations.
Could you include the charts in this one? Because it still hasn't given me.
I'll include it in this one.
Yeah, wicked.
I think it won't matter once you accept the alliance anyway.
Ah, cool.
It'll automatically, we'll able to see everything that everybody's doing, and our ships should be able to fight together against a common foe. There we go. Share charts.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, yeah. Does yours not show you the planets I've got explored then? Can you not see the planets in the systems?
No, I don't think it does. I think it just gives you the
connection points.
Yeah,
okay,
I think it just gives you like the system information and that kind of stuff.
That makes sense. I wondered because I thought, like, why is it not showing up the planets? But obviously, I assume it just shares the interstellar charts, not the actual planetary charts.
Right.
Cool. Okay. That's pretty wicked, though.
It's pretty cool. I'm glad all that's working.
Yeah.
So now
what'll it was a good test, wasn't it?
So now what will happen if we go to, let's see, where does it give us that? Do we have to go back into diplomacy to see active agreements? It should show us somewhere the active agreements. Under diplomacy, if I click on you, yep, there it goes.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so on mine it shows, Mal, alliance status, so diplomatic status alliance, cool. Zone fleets 1.
So when we get to the end of the trade agreement and the research agreement, we're both going to get an influx of credits and of research points. So that'll be nice. That'll be a good boost for both of us.
Have you noticed though, if you mouse over
it's just like a bunch of whatever jumbled stuff.
HTML code. So they've obviously not done that quite right yet. But still, at least it works in the fact of the game mechanics are working, which is the big factor.
Right, exactly. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and attack this guy, his facility here, because that was expensive for him to produce.
Nice, yeah.
It's a balanced fight.
Is it? Oh my goodness.
Because he's got a frigate here, and it won't let me do tactical combat for some reason.
Will only let you simulate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit odd. Maybe in multiplayer you can't do the
Actually, I'm going to wait 2 turns until I got another frigate here, because if it's going to simulate and I can't actually control the fight, then that makes me a little nervous. If I could control the fight, I'd just do it.
I could ask you then now, in regards to the actual tactical combat, how does one control the camera there?
In what?
I noticed you've obviously the option of the cinematic camera, but I found that I couldn't seem to move around to get a better view of the battlefield. So I'm assuming there's something I'm missing.
You can't rotate the battlefield yet. You can move your guys around if you unclick the AI option at the top, but you can't. You can't do it. I did wonder. Looks like he did attack me. His frigate's almost dead, and my second frigate. So I didn't attack him. I opted to wait because I didn't want to declare war.
But he
went ahead and attacked me, which he could do because he technically controls that area. So his frigate's almost dead. Next turn, I will attack his frigate and his space factory, and that'll be pretty darn good. So if you've got any military forces you can send that way, you probably should. Or we need to build some.
Yeah, I've got my 1 frigate, which is what I've got at the moment, which is heading there. But it's going to take me 2 turns to get back to the warp point I was coming from, and then it's going to take me... Well, it'll take me 3 turns to get to obviously that warp point, and then, well, how long? 6 turns to get to that point.
Okay.
Base. Scout is actually following me as well through this point. For it when it comes through, I suppose. Hey.
I'm gonna grab. I think I'm gonna grab molecular manipulation. Oh, that's something else we need to do. Let's see if this is in there yet. Negotiations with you. Exchange tech. No tech available. Oh, no tech available for exchange, which means either we currently have all the same tech, which I don't think is true, or it's not in the game yet.
Okay. Well, I suppose we'll find out when we do different bits of research then, I suppose.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm obviously, I suppose I'm behind you in the essence, because obviously I've only just got hydroponic farms and stuff.
Look, Skylord.
Oh, they're running from me. I can't say that I blames them.
Morale is very good. 80% morale on this one though. So the credits per pop is over the grand total, isn't it?
Well, each planet will have a credit rating, right? Depending on how many structures you have there, because they require maintenance. And then the morale will affect that as well. So, but what you really probably want to look at is just go to your Empire tab. And like right now, I'm only getting +2 per turn because I have it at 1 BC per pop. But I want that because I don't want to risk any issues with the people.
Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
Okay, I think what I'm going to do is give me just a second. I'm going to design a destroyer because I actually have access to that.
Yeah,
and then I'm going to build one.
Research on that next turn.
Let's see. I'm going to go alternate destroyer. Man, the Alkari have really cool looking ships. Like way cooler than the Sakura.
Nice. Yeah, I did notice they're very sort of flamboyant race anyway, so I imagine their ships should look pretty awesome.
Yeah, they do. Even the default one looks pretty cool. It looks like almost like a dirge or some kind of knife. It looks pretty badass. But I'll use the alternate one because it looks like a bird. Okay. So now what I would tell you is that in terms of early game, and actually probably, though I haven't been able to get this for sure yet because I have not played through a full game yet of the rebooted version of Master of Orion either, just like you haven't, neither have I. But if it's as closely designed to Master of Orion II as it is, I'm guessing this is what will hold true. That missile technology, particularly at the beginning of the game up to like mid-game, and when I say mid-game, I'm saying around turn 150-ish, 150 to 175 would be up to mid-game, and then you would have to transition to different type of offensive capability. But certainly in the beginning, it's the dominant thing to do, because if you have multiple small ships, all with multiple launchers, and because it's long range and heavy damage, you can kill a target before it can close the distance to use beam weapons.
That's very clever.
And then what you do is you say, okay, there's the little, when you look at a weapon and you're attaching it to a ship, there's those little modifiers that you can choose. And it increases the cost and weight, but it's worth it. And the first one that you do is fast. So like right now I'm doing fast. I've got 4 launchers in this one slot. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 launchers in this slot. And then I'm going to do 2 launchers, nuclear missiles that are fast in another slot. Now you're going to ask me, well, why are you putting them in different slots? Well, because if this works like it did in Master of Orion II, you want
you can launch that more.
Well, right. I can launch a missile, 2 missiles each cycle from 2 different launchers. But beyond that, if I take damage and a weapon slot gets destroyed, I don't want all of my missiles to get destroyed.
I see. Oh, very clever.
Yeah.
All right, then that's really good information to have, to be honest.
Okay, so I'm going to go with 3 and 3. Nope, 3 and 3
That's
won't
quite cool
fit.
that it takes that into account as well, to be honest.
Well, I'm hoping it does. It did in the game from 20 years ago. You would think it would now, right?
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. Yeah, so it actually takes like the damage to which section of the ship is damaged to, what actually is or isn't available to you. That's
and then
very
anytime I have any space left in that last slot, I put in laser cannons, and then I use a modifier called point defense, which
of course destroys missiles.
Destroys missiles. So what I do is I do any facing. I make it so that it'll shoot 360, and then I use point defense, and then I fill it with as many of those as I can have. So in this case, I can pick up 3 point defense. Done. Okay, so now...
So is that mainly like so that destroyer is basically a combat destroyer rather than a planetary bombardment?
Well, I did go ahead and put two nuclear bombs on it too, so that it would have some versatility since we're going to have early conflict here. But this one destroyer is going to be able to take out 2 or 3 of their frigates by itself. And it's going to cost me 10 turns to build this one military craft.
But obviously, the potential gains from that are substantial.
Yeah, exactly.
No, very nice, very nice.
Let's see. Of course, that's on a world that doesn't have tons of production either, but I'm going to build one on my home world as well.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, and give me just a second. I'll go to the next turn.
Of course.
Let's see. I'm going to head up there with that scout. Next turn.
Alrighty.
I'm quite enjoying this, though. I really am. I mean, this is... I sort of dreamed forever that they would just give me Master of Orion II with updated visuals and sound and maybe add in a few new mechanics. I for years and years, I hoped it.
Heard you.
They heard me.
Heard you.
They did. They were like, okay.
If we have to.
If we have to. All right, so I'm going to try to take out his space factory. I guess in multiplayer, we don't have the option for tactical combat, or maybe it was an option when we first set it up. Under advanced, it might have been. But I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, no, I think it's mostly because of the weight factor that will be applied to it. Because obviously it means the other players then sort of stuck in a limbo state. Oh, GNN.
That's true.
You will regret this, you filthy mongrel.
I like.
There we go. War erupts between the Alkari flock and the Martian Pride. I was going to war.
Which means you will too, because of the alliance. It should trigger for you.
Yes, of course. Oh. Oh, it's all scary stuff. Okay, my research for destroyers and anti-missile rockets is now done.
Okay, so I would suggest that you go into your shipbuilding and click on destroyer and edit it, and then build it similarly to the way I did, which means you're gonna you're gonna basically strip out the weapons that it has, and you're gonna put in multiple missile launchers that are fast, and then some point defense weapons. And that'll be the most powerful ship that you can build right now.
Okay, so let's have a look at the alternate destroyer. I don't know, I must be going to go for the alternate one because it kind of looks like the Red Dwarf craft. But hey, that's as valid a reason as any, right? Okay, and then so obviously you've got the standard drive, the standard arms. We can't do anything about that because I haven't got any research. In the special slots, you said, do we need to bother with the augmented engines or anything like that?
No, I wouldn't. Because here's the reason why. As nice as augmented engines are, the reality is that's weight that's taken away from missile systems that you could be putting in.
And so we want to look at having what, 2 nukes? You were saying?
You know what? I don't even know. I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't even bother. I would go full bore offense on yours.
All right, so What, neutron blasters? I've got nuclear missiles.
Yeah,
I've got and laser cannons.
Just click on those, and then click clear, and then click done, and then you do that on each one to remove.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's what I was saying is the options I've got available to me.
Right.
I don't know. What do you reckon?
First off, clear out all the weapons, and then starting on the left-hand side, I would grab nuclear missiles. Okay, and then under modifiers, you're going to see a thing that looks like a shield, which is heavy armor.
Yeah, the heavy armor.
Yep, then you have the ECCM, which, by the way, later on is really good. Like, the anti-countermeasures is good, but right now, they don't have ECCM tech. And even if they do, they don't have it installed. So, it doesn't matter. Same thing with heavy armor. It's great against point defense. I guarantee you none of their ships have point defense. So, the important one here is fast. Yeah, because you're gonna get there more quickly. You'll be able to close the distance, and again, by the time they get to do maybe their first salvo of energy weapon fire, they'll have already been hit with missiles, and a second group of missiles will already be on the way.
And then quantity in each one? Do you just put one, or are we looking
start
at multiple quantities?
Start off with 2 in each slot, and then just sort of spread them out. So like try to do 3 slots of like 2, 2, and 1. And then in the last slot, to use up the last of your weight, put in all facing laser point defense. Just in case they happen to have a few missiles, we don't want them to get to us because we don't even have shields right now. So our ships are pretty squishy.
Point defense. Okay, I see.
So you go point defense, and then you click
then facing
on
any.
Yeah, facing any, and then you select the furthest to the left modifier, which is point defense, which makes them very small. They're very weak, but again, all they're trying to do is shoot down the occasional missile.
Plenty of spare weight.
Okay, how much spare weight?
Don't worry about that. I've got I'm at 100 out of 125 at the moment.
Okay,
that is based on having 2 nuclear missiles in the first couple of slots. And were we doing heavy armor and fast, or just fast?
Just fast.
Just fast. Oh, I need to adjust one of them then. Sorry. So that's having 2 in the first 2 slots and 1 in the third slot, and then obviously 1 laser cannon in the very last slot.
Okay, so take point defense to 4.
Okay.
So just change that quantity to 4, and then if you still have enough space left, go back to your 3rd missile slot and add another quantity.
Okay, and then I've still got 5 points of spare weight left, so I should leave that, I suppose.
Unless you can put another point defense cannon in, which you should be able to.
Yeah, I think I can fit. Oh yeah, I can fit 1 more. Just perfect. 5.
There you go.
Total.
So what is your
hefty ship? Man.
Yeah, what's your total military power on that ship?
The total military power is 297.
Yeah, compared to my 263, and mine's pretty beefy, but almost 300 on a. This is what I'm talking about. So on an early level ship, their destroyers are going to be about somewhere between 180 and 220, depending on the build. So that means that one of our destroyers equals like 1.5 of theirs, basically. Just because we've got better design. Awesome. Yeah, I'm not concerned about going to war with them in the least. Then.
All right, so that's done. So that's my typical one. Its cost is 60.
Okay, so whichever place right now that's got decent production where you can build it, you need to start building it.
Okay, well, my research laboratory is 110 away from done on my main home world, so I think what I'll do is I'll
slot it in after that. Yeah, slot it in. Yeah. Now, you know how to bring up the build queue, right? So that you can add multiples? Okay. Well, I mean, it's a little tiny button. It's not like they actually draw much attention to it.
I tell you, in my first try, I did make that mistake, which was, pretty unfortunate to say the least. What I think I'll do is I'll increase my production, so I'm going to take a couple of guys off of research. Get that done. Yeah,
because that's less of an issue now that we have these treaties, because at this point, what we got, like 17 turns left or something like that, we're both going to get a mass, like, here you go, here's a bunch of research points, congratulations, just because we made those agreements.
Yes, of course.
So that'll help a lot. Actually, I'm going to talk to the Sakura and see if I can play nice with them for now. Like, maybe I can get them to agree to share charts.
Do you reckon we can actually share it or not? Because basically, let's have a look. So at the current moment in my tech tree, just to basically tell you what I've currently got. So I had government Xeno relations, which we both had. And then I've obviously just got engineering. I've got the first level of everything, basically. So have you got the first level of everything as well, I'm assuming?
Give me just a second and I'll let you know. I'm trying to do share charts with the Sakura right now.
You reckon they're going to let you get away with it, do you?
What would make this work? Oh, he wants 7 credits? I'll do that. So sometimes it's worth it to take a deal that you don't even care about for a little bit of money, just to try to establish relations.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, now you were asking me, I'm sorry, about my research?
Yes, so do you have all the first level items?
Let me look at the tech tree. I have government, I have physics, biology, engineering. Yeah, I have tier 1, and I have 2 of the tier 2 research done.
Okay,
I've got
that's all right. So that means you've got 2 that I haven't got at this point in time.
I think the issue is that you don't currently have anything that I don't have, so that's why it's not letting us do it.
So basically, what do you reckon I should then research into? What do you reckon would be the best way to go?
Now here's the deal. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. So this is a little risky for us to do this, folks, because now we're saying if we're not allowed to trade tech, he might be, IDED might be speccing into something. Yeah. Can you get molecular manipulation? It's the tier 2 engineering.
Yep. Okay. No, I will select and put that onto my research queue.
Okay, and actually no. Actually, I'm sorry. Not molecular manipulation. Can you get biotechnology, which would be cloning center and death spores?
Okay, yep, no. Selected.
Okay, there we go. And I'm doing the other one. So we'll see if we can trade it.
Okay, and then that way we'll finally find out if this mechanic is working in the game at this
Now,
current point
I just
in time.
got 42 new star charts from him. Did your galaxy map update?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay, then let's go ahead and go back into diplomacy then. Audience, negotiations, and then I'm going to do share charts.
Of course. I've got to wait. Unfortunately, I'm on the waiting for next turn, so I'll accept that. Oh, well, I'll accept that now.
There we go. And it should give you all those new things that I just got from the Sakura. Did it show up?
Skip the landing on this planet.
Oh, okay.
Well, now for this first one, it's always automated, isn't it? Really, it will make factory, then biospheres or hydroponic farms.
It depends on how bad the growth rate is. Biospheres give 1 research and 1 food.
The growth rate on this one is 0. So
hydroponic farm. So it would be.
Yeah.
It would be auto factory, and then hydroponic farm. Yes, that's kind of the standard. And then later on, when you have more money, it's. You would do automated factory, immediately buy it, and then the first thing up would be something that was food related. And that would be the fastest way to start a colony. And if you can, then you would also have those civil transports. So what you'll start doing later in the game is you'll send a colony ship, probably with something to escort it that's military, and then a couple of civil transports, and then you're going to go somewhere and immediately buy the factory. 2 or 3 population are going to come in from the civil transports, and it's going to have a military ship to protect it. And that's how you start like a colony proper.
Yeah, okay. No, that sounds good. Okay, so what is our plan here? Because I see you're coming back from, obviously, the invasion over there.
Okay, yeah, so let me update you on what I've done here. So I have moved back because I lost 1 frigate. So I have moved back with this one. And the reason I'm doing that is because, I don't know if you can see it, it's pretty far back, but I've got, I think it's 8 turns for the space factory to get to the Ryla system. So I'm going to hold back with this frigate, and then I'm going to get the space factory up there, and then on that forward warp point that connects to their system, I'm going to build a military outpost right there that we can both use for repairs and defense.
Okay.
So I'm just going to try to hold that point until we can build up a fleet to actually go in and kind of invade them proper like.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes, it certainly does.
Okay. Next turn.
Yep.
Okay, up here. And I'm actually this oh, we're both doing it. Okay. On this place up at the very top where we both have scouts going, whatever it's Zewig or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
If there's multiple warp connections off of there, we should split off so that we can cover as much ground as possible.
Yeah, because so my guy's just on auto, that scout is at the moment. I haven't even been paying attention to him, just letting him find everything for me.
Okay. I don't have anything to do this turn, so I'm gonna go next.
Who's this? Oh, the Cylons.
Oh, you found them?
Oh, we're heading down from... Is it Tornadus?
Oh, they're over there.
Brandus? Yeah, so they're heading down to Aquila.
Now,
Yeah.
if all of the races are kind of personality-wise like they were in previous iterations of the game, and so far they seem to be, then the Cylons will only get ugly if they feel threatened. So like if there's like at least
last resort.
Yeah, so if there's at least one system in between us and them, I don't think we have to worry about them too much, and maybe we could just build relations with them. That would be good.
Yeah, no, I'm fully on board with that one.
Look, Skylord, look!
That guy is just sat there, that immersion scout. He's not coming through this walk point, he's just sat on the other end of it.
You know why? He's using him as like a mobile listening post. He's just sitting there so he can keep eyes on stuff.
Yeah,
which is a good use for scouts. Like later on, like at some point you're not going to care about scouts at all, and if you still happen to have them around, if you don't scrap them, then that's what you do, is you send them to a really forward location and just set them there, and if somebody ends up destroying them, who cares? They were free from the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that's it. No, very sensible.
Okay, so I've got another research option to do. I'm going to go ahead and pick up Colonial Revenue Services, which is economics, because it's not very long for me to research it, and hopefully I can trade it to you, because the Colonial Resources building gives +1 BC per population. It's a really good building.
Okay.
So I'm going to grab that, because it's only going to take me 4 turns. Let me know when your research is done so we can try to trade.
Will do. It's going to be 3 turns at the moment, so I'm going to advance to my next turn.
Oh, your research is getting better.
Yeah, that's it, because I've been building sort of research points.
Research points, yeah. Good.
And obviously I just got that planet, as you suggested, the artifact planet, so obviously that's mostly contributing quite nicely to it.
The Sakra are securing this Tethon system. It's one of the 2 that they control. They're securing it with... I can't tell. I don't know if they're building surveillance or if they're building... It looks like they might be building surveillance, actually.
I can't actually see that one, I don't think, on my star chart.
When you zoom out, you should see Sisla, which is in the far western side of the galactic map, and then Tethion, which is just east of it, and it should be colored green because that's their color. You should be able to see the systems.
No, it's not coming up on mine.
Really? Okay, well, let me go back into diplomacy and let's try this again. Because you should see everything I should see.
Maybe it only shares it at the point of sharing, basically, so you only get updates as long as you keep reproposing it. But that would be a bit silly, wouldn't it? I don't see why that would happen in an alliance.
The reason that's a bit silly, and maybe it's just they haven't put it in yet, is that as an alliance, our fleets literally should be, if it's like previous iterations, then our fleets should basically be functioning as one fleet. So if my guy can see it, he should be telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, that's what I assumed would be happening. That's a bit odd.
Yeah. Oh my god, man. This guy's got some nice worlds in this system.
Time to take it.
if I could.
Warmongering the whole way.
Well, our whole plan was to be aggressive, and we have been. I mean, we're already at war.
No, sensible. Okay, then, well, I'm waiting on next turn, so whenever you're ready, buddy.
Okay, that frigate that you have in Ryla, send him to the warp point exactly where my frigate is.
Okay, will do.
If you would, please.
I'll do that, yeah. So, say start of next turn, I'll do that straight away. I accept. Oh, GNN, as soon as we start.
Must be an event for you, because I didn't get it.
Operation Boom.
There you go. Nice. That was a random event in the positive, so it does go both ways, which is nice.
Yeah, not going to complain at that. Okay, so I am now moving that frigate to you. There we go.
Okay. And can we put them in the same fleet? It doesn't look like we can, but that's okay. What we can do is both just put these frigates on guard.
Guess what? The Merchant have just literally, this is weird as well. The Merchant have just come to me going, basically asking me to limit my diplomatic relations with you.
Oh,
we're in an alliance.
You know what's interesting though is that that's cool. That's different then, because you didn't automatically declare war on them because we were in alliance. You're still at peace with them technically, right?
Well, it says I'm at peace with them.
So it doesn't.
It has got them as hostile.
Oh, see, okay, so that's interesting, because in the past what would happen is, if you wanted to be buddies with another guy, but you didn't want to risk going to war, you would do the non-aggression agreement, and then you wouldn't do an alliance. But if you had an alliance, you would automatically be sent to war. So I guess in this case, maybe it's because you're a human player, or maybe they changed the way it works. but you're not automatically at war with them. That's interesting. Very cool. Well, we're out of time for this one, unfortunately.
Oh no!
I know, but we hope that you have enjoyed it, folks. And if you have, please consider hitting that thumbs up. Please make sure that you check out the videos on both channels, because obviously you're going to get a different perspective if you do. Thanks so much for joining us, and for myself, Mal, and for my buddy IDED, we will see you later.
Yes, sir.